Looks like this race is about a minute in. There's also Zila versus Sailor Mint happening. Races galore all of a sudden. Anywho, Ravio versus Crate. Ravio definitely someone got the skill in the Necrodancer game. I don't know. One of the elite racers has been for a while. Crate, a newer face to the scene, but definitely has shown off some pretty mighty skill. Very practiced in the art of necrodancing, and it shows. So, should be a pretty good matchup. This is a cadence match. Let me update the stream title, actually. And get the cool overlay up. Yeah. Why is that gold? There's no gold currently loaded up. Anywho, it should turn into the right colors. So, last staff pickup both for both racers. Looks like Ravio has had the Leprechaun already. This is a boot shop for Crate that Ravio will miss out on. Using a throwing star for a 4-heart gluttony, that is very nice to have, especially with this potion. Ravio, meanwhile, in the Shriner, will just be able to snack Pierce and Darkness, which isn't really a just, but that's actually pretty big. Two excellent things to have if you want to go fast in Necrodancer is Darkness active and Ring of Peace, which go particularly well together since one of them greatly decreases enemy aggro and the other one decreases the number of enemies, so there's gonna be like much less enemies attacking you. Crate will do the same. There's also the option of regen. Ravio, meanwhile, has swapped off to Obsidian Spear and Obsidian Armor. And that is the Leprechaun for Crate. Crate with the same shop has 10 heart containers now. That is a glass sphere instead. I think Ravio got the Obsidian Spear there, so some variance maybe? Or that sphere might have just come from somewhere else. But Crate has a lot of hearts to work with. Ravio has upgraded to a Squega suit though. Right, running this glass staff very well. Finds a Nazar Charm. We'll pick it up. No reason to leave that behind. So, keeping good pace with Ravio, doing a bit of shopping. We'll find a Titanium Shovel. And swaps off to Titanium Harp. Which... I've seen a number of Harp things happening in Zone 4 already, but Harp definitely much better than a glass staff. Because that will just break when you teleport. Ravio consuming some chainmail there. You can consume armor in Necrodancer. A lot of players, well, mostly newer ones, don't know that. If you have a better armor, and you get a lesser tier armor, then you just eat it. I don't know. It's just gone. Oh yeah, Crate's pushing pretty hard here, using the health pretty effectively. But Ravio is definitely fast, especially with this Rapier Ring of Pain build that I didn't even realize Ravio had. That's a pretty big thing to miss. Oh, that's a good harp hit for Crate. Pushing real hard. Needs to catch up to Ravio here. And knows it. Don't know what's Crate trying to do here. But we'll get the Earth. That was a bit fumbly around, which allows Ravio to get a bit more time. 6:30 into Zone 5 for Crate. Desperately trying to catch up, but Ravio has a really good build. Not as many hearts, but good armor, Rapier, and also Ring of Pain, which is one of the best combos to have for racing. It is move attack, it is slash damage, it's massive. All Worlds, Ravio's Dead Ringer is off the rails, but this is very well handled so far. All the enemies are cleared. That is often the hardest part of Dead Ringer, just needs to get into the bell. A bit of ping-ponger. Oh! This is costing Ravio so much time, and it's still not done! Crate is entering Dead Ringer! It finally is done here. But Crate, with the left side scoots, is given the chance to catch up. So, 3 hearts on Crate's end to force up Ravio's. Darkness Ogres can do things, always spooky. But Ravio has a pretty good lead, even despite that Dead Ringer. And that is the last hit for Ravio. Ravio will be the one to finish this one first. Crate just a little bit after. GG's. Crate doing a really, really good job there. Keeping up. Given the disparity in race experience here, Crate's definitely putting up a show. But yeah. GG's to both racers. Great finishing with about 8-minute time, but that will be a loss when you're going against someone who is Ravio. Or like Ravio. As in like Crystal tier. / high Obsidian, if not Crystal. These people in Crystal tier are kinda good at racing. But still, Crate keeping up very well, putting up some pressure, and if things went a bit worse, then would have had the chance to take the point, but Ravio managing to seal it off. Alright, both races have readied up. talking a bit about thought processes there on that race. I'm gonna try to convey the information over, but I don't exactly understand, so I might be misinterpreting some of this. I forgot to change the timer back to normal. Don't worry, we'll catch it. There we go. So yeah, Crate saw the Squega suit, so decided to check purple. And it didn't work out. And, but the reason why Ravio checked black in the first place was that not checking black could easily backfire, given if there's a good weapon in there. Wanted to check purple if this wasn't in a race. Would have checked purple. But given how detrimental a lack of weapon could be, checked black. Crate saw that, checked purple, which was meh. Not something that would help too much with speed. Definitely not a game changer. So, pretty interesting thought processes there. I hope I understood that's what both of them meant to say here. But anywho, for race 2, early move dig for Ravio. And Crate with the boss shrine take. So divergent choices at the Shriner actually. Ravio going for the move dig thanks to space. And Crate going for a damage up thanks to boss shrine. So we're pretty much guaranteed to see some seed variants here. Because that's not just one source of seed variants, that's two sources of seed variants, and having two sources of seed variants doesn't cancel each other out. That was a weird fireball for that red dragon. Ravio was waiting for that red dragon to clear the dragon off of but that red dragon, I guess, decided not to. That seemed a bit weird. I want to see that again. Okay, I missed it. It's fine. So Crate with the lead. The first boss check will surely be black. For an Obsidian Broadsword, not horrible. It is very much okay slash badish. With damage up, it's pretty good. I didn't see what Ravio checked. I think just not checking anything. Probably dropping the Flawless Sun. Or checking purple for something that was bad and leaving that behind. But no reason to leave something in purple behind, unless it was like becoming or something. Ooh, Ring of Warfind for Ravio. That will definitely help in the damage department that Ravio is currently struggling in. Bringing Ravio up to 2 damage, though, is still just on base dagger. Base dagger with knockback is kinda eh. Because you only have one range. So if you want to kill something, you'll have to knock them into a wall or just chase them down after you hit them. Blueberry Whip for Ravio. Picking up some glass weapons as well from this glass shop, but Whip bad. Whip is good for bosses, though, if anything. And there we go, Ravio. With the whip. We'll slam into it. That's a glass rapier. Ravio's actually not taking that. That is Rapier War. Ravio's definitely someone who is good enough to run that. But I think similarly to an earlier set, wants to lean on the safer side. Earlier set versus Spooty, I believe? So I'm not sure Whip is the way to go. There is a Bloodshine there for potential regen with a bomb. Ravio has 8 bombs. Okay. Did you know that Grey Goblins do 3 entire hearts of damage? Luckily, Ravio probably does know that, so made sure to take care of that Grey Goblin before getting hit by it. And Ravio is in the lead with the Blueberry Whip. But if anything, whips are good for bosses, not if you want to bomb the shrine, though. Oh, you don't want to run into Grey Goblin even if you do have quartz. Luckily he had quartz, though. That could have been real bad. Oh, Ravio with the whip in zone 4. Oh, I don't like this. Ravio knows how to use whip at least, but no one likes to need to run whip like this on half a heart. Crate is doing pretty well, finding a Ring of Regen in the purple chest of the boss. Kinda surprising didn't go for black. Oh, there's a base staff for Ravio. Won't take that. Sass on 4 is bad as well. Oh, it's an ogre hit for Crate, but should be able to just regenerate this back up using goo to hop to the exit. Oh, I wouldn't want to be Ravio right now. Ravio's running this whip as well as the whip can be run, which is not that well, but it can also be ran really horribly. But that'll allow Crate to take the lead with this significantly better build. Doesn't have move dig like Ravio does, but... Oh, Ravio! Opening up way too many rooms! Move dig bad if you don't have a weapon to facilitate it. And whip is like probably the worst weapon to have with move dig, because you're gonna be like backing up a lot to be whipping things. I don't really know. I'm not trained in the whip arts because that is not a valuable skill to have, and there are other valuable skills I can obtain instead. But yeah, that was like watching something go from bad to just worse. I don't know. You probably don't take the base staff that was there if you're gonna take Blueberry Whip. Crate, meanwhile, just 3 hearts to work with. Obsidian armor and helmet aren't the worst. Not in the worst shape. Getting frozen here will blood magic out of it. Stay alive, Crate. Jeez. Half a heart left. And we'll only get 1 heart back from regen. Moving on to the next floor. Needs to make it to the next floor first, but this exit room is now very clear. So, right side Dead Ringer spawn. Double riders though. Crate, please. Crate, please. Please, this is not on the rails. Okay, it's fine. Okay. Breathe. Necrodance's height in the way now. So 3 hits left. One hit left on the Nectar Dancer. Nectar Dancer's cornered, and GG's to Crate to finishing that one off, taking a point over Ravio, which is pretty good. Ravio says, I need to stop looking for times to run whips. Yeah, whip's a bad idea. Ravio is very, very good at whip. But, like, being very good at whip is equivalent of, like, being okay at a much better weapon. Ravio says, I have many good times with whips, but both in terms of fun and speed, but the build needs to be specific for it to work. Yeah? Good luck, have fun to both the racers for the third and final seed. They are ready to go. Yeah, a pretty good pickup for Crate. 1 point against Ravio. Yeah, and in terms of, like, we were talking about, like, people who should have won Conduit by now. Crate's Conduit is definitely coming soon to a theater near you. Given this little level of play and this, like, this just looks like a very experienced racer. It does not look like Crate is new at all, but instead, like, has a lot of experience racing in Condors, even though Crate is a new face to the racing scene. It definitely does not look like that. So this is a kill for Ravio, saving a bomb and using a blood drum instead. Will transmute everything. That is a pretty solid transmute. It's definitely not horrible. Great, doing the exact same thing. Yeah, Crate. Sign new push on forward. This is Rapier Pain. Ravio spending a bit more time on 1-3 building. We'll find a very, very good find in the form of that heal spell. So can use shield way more aggressively than Crate as it stands currently. And also, you know, recover health. Slowly over time. But it definitely adds up if you do get heal spell this early. Great, going for an armor, which will be okay. I don't see any of the races with any items from the boss chest. Don't know why. Boots of Pain for Ravio. This is double pain plus rapier. Raviolinguini is a great. Raviolinguini is an excellent name. And a swap off to phasing for Ravio actually. Does have the Boots of Pain, so it does make sense, but still, you're giving up the rapier with these items. And what you make up for with the phasing is probably not worth it. Still, that is just a gold rapier. So, not the best rapier in the world. Crate is running it for all it's got, though. Checking purple. Believes in the gold rapier, unlike Ravio. Yeah, Crate's blazing along. In the lead against Ravio. Is not an easy thing to do. But Ravio does have, I would say, a better build. Taking a bit longer on 3-3 though will allow Ravio to take the lead. But Crate follows shortly after. Ravio probably has an advantage in zone 4 and 5 thanks to the phasing. Is gonna be able to tear through Blade Masters with that. And also the heal spell has already been proven to be quite helpful. Ravio with a potion pickup as well. Floor behind for Crate is pushing heckin' hard, but the build deficit is a thing. Still about a floor behind. Probably too much to come back from, unless Ravio has a particularly disastrous Zone 5, including Dead Ringer and whatever. But yeah, using phasing here. Ravio won't get the flawless though, but very likely wasn't gonna check chest anyways. A bit of a spike trap tank for Ravio here to quickly move on to 5-2, not 1-2. Very aggressive play, and actually didn't cost too much health, thanks to the quartz armor. Actually, I think quartz armor would have been like as good as leather. But yeah, the point is, heal spell lets Ravio do stuff like that, whereas Crate can't really rely on a source of healing, but phasing dagger into Dead Ringer will just be able to whack on Dead Ringer. So yeah, very, very good zone 5 for Ravio. Tanking all these bombs with the shield spell, does a blood magic shield for the extended shield bug. Dorian takes a pretty big hit, but Ravio making sure Dorian is able to take care of that red dragon. Oh, 2 hearts left for Dorian. But 2 hits left on Necrodancer, 1 heart left on Cadence with the potion though. And this last hit, there we go. Another very close race. Finishing with the race of time 7:14.76, GG's to Ravio, and GG's to Crate as well. Crate played extremely well. Extremely, extremely well. And is looking up to just finish up this run here. Yeah, there we go. Last hit on Necrodancer. Great finishing with a race. In-game time is 7:25. Incredibly quick, but your opponent's Ravio